XFL Week 1 action coming at you. We're starting right now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harley. If this is your first time here, do me a favor. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on. That'll let you know when I come out with another piece of content. And speaking of content, today we have a dandy. So I'm going to be bringing you, as the title might suggest, my Week 1 picks for the inaugural XFL2020. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. The season is upon us, and here in just a few days, we will have our opening kickoff to start the year. I'm pumped, cannot wait, and I hope that you guys are as well. But nonetheless, I want to give this disclaimer before we get into this. So with this being the inaugural season and Week 1 to boot, there is not a whole lot of information as far as depth charts go, and I wanted to be able to get this out to you guys in a timely fashion. So some of the information that I might give you may or may not come to fruition. But nonetheless, I want to give you my opinion based on the information that we have right now. So as this goes along, I plan to get better. We will know these teams a lot better. We'll know the players a lot better. The whole 9 yards. So for the sake of Week 1, I won't be giving you guys scores. However, I will talk about each team, what I think my keys to the victory will be, and I will give you my picks. So enough of that, guys. Let's jump into the first matchup. The very first matchup of the XFL is going to be the Seattle Dragons taking on the DC Defenders. Home opener for the Defenders. The Dragons will be coached by Jim Zorn and the Defenders by Pep Hamilton. So first thing right out of the bat, when I looked at this matchup on paper, I feel that the Defenders will have the best defense. No pun intended there. But they will have the best defense. Just looking at their roster, they're going to have guys like Scooby Wright, Matt Elam, Tracy Sprinkle. So fairly popular names littered all over that defense. So I think they're going to be pretty solid on that side of the ball. They got Cardell Jones at quarterback, as well as Jarrell Presley at running back. So for those of you who watch the Alliance, you'll remember Presley, or that name should sound familiar to you, because he led the league in rushing yards. And their top wide receiver, Rashad Ross. Flipping over to the Dragon side of the ball. So like I said, Jim Zorn's going to be the coach of this team. Big question mark for me for this Seattle team is going to be their quarterback. So Brandon Silvers, I believe, is going to be their starter. You guys remember from the Alliance, he played in split time for the Memphis Express. Fared okay, but I think he's going to be a little shaky here to start. They, however, have the deepest backfield of any team in the XFL, in my opinion. They've got Ken Farrow, Jaquan Gardner, and Trey Williams. And all three of those guys were studs in the Alliance. So they've got 3 top-tier running backs, in my opinion. With this being a Zorn coach team, I believe that they're going to rely heavily on that run game, kind of set up the play-action pass to help their lack at quarterback. However, I don't think it's going to be enough today. I have the Defenders winning their home opener and going up 1-0 on the year. The nightcap of that Saturday, we have the LA Wildcats taking on the Houston Roughnecks. LA Wildcats are coached by Winston Moss, the Roughnecks by June Jones. That game's going to be over on Fox, and 5 p.m. Eastern is the time for that one. This one for me is, I believe, on paper, I think this is going to be the game of the week. So I look at both of these rosters, both of these teams, and I think this is going to be a very good, close game. Let's flip and let's take a look at LA first. So they have Josh Johnson as their quarterback. So again, I'm going to tie back to the Alliance on this one. For those of you who don't remember, the San Diego Fleet were going to have Josh Johnson up until probably, I think, a few weeks before the season started. He was going to be their starting quarterback. At the last second, he actually got a job in the NFL, got shipped off, so he no longer was available, so they went in a little bit of a scramble mode at quarterback. Well, he's back for the XFL, starting quarterback for them. Nelson Spruce, I wrote this name down because, again, one of those guys in the Alliance who made a name for himself. I believe that he's going to be a key to this offense. Let's flip over to Houston side of it. So I'm going to go back to this. I said June Jones was their coach. Anytime that June Jones comes to my mind, I think of a pass-heavy offense, spreading the ball around, kind of a run-and-shoot style. They've got Connor Cook at quarterback. Their wide receivers, they don't necessarily have a big name guy, but what they do have is a lot of small school aces. Sammy Coates is the only real, like, I guess you could say D1 top tier guy that they have. However, they're going to spread the ball around. They've got a solid receiving core. For me, that's going to be the difference in this one, is their ability to spread the ball around. And this game is going to be in Houston. Houston will be the home team. They're going to have the home field advantage, and I believe that gives them an ever so slight edge. This could be a coin flip to me. Originally, when I first wrote this down, I had LA winning this game, but the longer that I thought about it, I believe that the home crowd will make a difference for this Houston Roughnecks team. And the only reason I say that, I go back to San Antonio Commanders, and I remember how that house was rocking throughout the entire season. So they definitely had a distinct home field advantage. I'll be interested to see if Houston is able to bring that same pride, that same sound. So that's going to be my difference for this game. Is the game is in Houston, but like I said, this is a 50-50 one for me. Could go either way, but definitely my game of the week. You don't want to miss this one. I've got Houston winning this one in a close one to go 1-0 on the season. All right, and we're moving right along. So if you guys have made it this far, thank you for sticking with me. We've still got 2 games left to cover for week 1. But if you're not already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, join the Six Pack Bass community. Like I said, I'm going to be bringing these videos out to you guys every week with my picks. So if you're high on this league, want to get in on the action, be sure to hit that subscribe button with the bell notification. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up for me. That just lets me know you enjoy it, and I'll continue to bring out more of this style content. All right, guys, moving on to game number 3, the Sunday opener. This is going to be the Tampa Bay Vipers taking on the New York Guardians. This game is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time over on Fox. The Vipers are coached by Mark Trestman. The Guardians are going to be coached by Kevin Gilbride. So let's start with the Guardians. Thing that jumped off the paper to me with this is they have quarterback depth. They have 3 guys that could very well easily be the starter. Looks like Matt McGloin is going to get the nod for week 1 though. But Marquise Williams and Luis Perez are both on this roster, and like I said, at any point during the season, I could see a possibility of all 3 of those guys getting some playing time. Until one of them separates themselves, it's wide open in my opinion. Their standout receiver is Mikael McKay. So my Commander fans out there, you'll remember McKay from the San Antonio Commanders in the Alliance. Flipping back over to Tampa Bay. So again, I said this is a Mark Trestman coach team. Their starting quarterback is going to be Aaron Murray, and he will have a familiar connection. Santavius Jones is going to be one of their leading receivers. So Murray and Jones played together in the Alliance, as well as they have the #1 tight end in my opinion. They have Nick Truesdale. He led all tight ends in the Alliance in yards. So pass happy team in my opinion. Mark Trestman, you guys know, he likes to open up the playbook, sling the ball around. So I see this team being similar to what the Apollos were in the Alliance. This team's going to be a high-powered offense and try and sling the rock in the air, kind of that air raid style, so to speak. Because of that, I have the Tampa Bay Vipers taking this one. It's also worth noting that they are listed as one of the preseason favorites to win it all. We'll see how that plays out. Like I said, right now it's kind of a crapshoot in my opinion because nobody really knows each of these rosters and how this is going to play out. So, nonetheless, I've got the Vipers going up 1-0. First road team of my selection to take the win. And rounding out week 1, the nightcap game is going to be the St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the Dallas Renegades. That game's at 5 p.m. Eastern over on ESPN. Battlehawks are coached by Jonathan Hayes. Renegades are going to be coached by Bob Stoops. Looking at St. Louis, Jordan Ta'amu has been named the starter for the quarterback position. That's kind of a question mark for me. Not the most flashy of quarterbacks, so to speak, so we'll see how he does. They have Christine Michael and Matt Ford, however, in the backfield, and that, to me, is going to be the power backbone of their offense. I feel like they're going to be a run-heavy team, a possession-style team. Flipping over to Dallas side of the ball, like I said, Bob Stoops is coaching this team. They named Landry Jones as the starter, so you guys know there's some back lineage there. University of Oklahoma, Bob Stoops was Landry Jones' coach. However, Landry Jones was hurt I don't know if he's back fully or not. So he's named the starter, but at any point in time, if he's not ready to go, Philip Nelson is their backup, so he'll get the nod. Cameron Artis-Payne, Lance Dunbar, they're 2 running backs. I feel like this is going to be kind of a thunder and lightning style package. Artis-Payne being the guy that's going to pound the rock. Lance Dunbar being that shifty, maybe even passing down situation running back. So pretty excited to see how their offense operates. I've got the Dallas Renegades taking this one in their home opener, going up 1-0. I feel like there's a lot of hype around this Dallas team to perform, and I think that they're going to bring that expectation into this game and be able to harness it and use it to their advantage, as well as, like I said, they're at home to start this, so I feel the home field advantage is going to give them the nod. All right, guys, that's going to sum up my week 1 picks. I want you guys to do me a favor, jump down in the comment section. I want to hear from you. I want to know what your picks are. Who you taking in week 1? Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Like I said, this is basically an inaugural test for everyone, without depth charts or anything like that. This is me just kind of looking at things on paper, throwing my picks out there. So like I said, jump down in that comment section for me. I want to hear from you, as well as let me know some things that you would like to see differently, or if you like the way this is, smash that like button for me. That'll let me know you enjoy it. I'll keep bringing it to you. That's all I got for this one today, guys. I'm out.